Web services. Web services are fantastic ways that we can work with software code that's designed to let business systems communicate with each other across the internet or any network for that matter. Web services are really starting to take off. They have been for quite a while, and it's a very interesting type of business that you can get into. Web services are all about sharing data. Not necessarily for free, but lots of times, yes, free. But there are also business models that are made after offering third-party web services that you can charge for a fee, connecting you to your business and your business partners. This will easily allow you to connect with your partners, like I said, and business is really going to flow. Now, they're based on XML in order to reach the widest audience. Not only that, XML is just fantastic to work with. Now, you invoke the capabilities from other applications without regard to their actual internal logic. We're talking about encapsulated data and encapsulated processes. So you don't have to see what is actually behind the scenes. You just need to get the data back or know that something was sent or know something was updated, things like that. So we're wiring existing applications and services, and this is going to allow us to easily work over the internet or within any network or even locally. So you're wiring up, it's like you're working with different method calls. It's like you're sending somebody parameters and then you're actually getting back what you need. Whether you're updating something and you want the response to say, yes, this was updated correctly, we received your information, or you actually want something from them and then you're receiving the data. And you can do complex things as well. Now, web services, when you're creating web services, you're going to be dealing with files, certain files within your project. Normally, that assembly file that we're used to, .cs, this is going to typically detail the assembly that we're building, just as usual as with the other applications. MyService.disco, which is going to be the discovery information about your service, letting people know what it does. Then there is the .asmx file, is the file that you're going to use as the entry point to work with the service. You want to send information to invoke the web service, and then you're going to receive information. It's all done through the .asmx file. Then we just have a CS file. Any CS file, doesn't have to be this name. And this is going to be the system.web.services.webservice. And this is the class that's going to expose the methods. This is what we work with to create our DLL. And that's what we have. In the bin directory, we have myservice.dll. And this is the actual web service component that's compiled, just like you would with any DLL. That's the assembly. And then there's a global.asax file, and this is derived from HTTP application, and this is going to work like the ASP global.asa of old that we talked about in the ASP.NET videos. And this itself is an XML file as well, like we talked about. And then finally we have a web.config file, and this is going to define how the application is going to run. It's going to talk about debug, tracing, cookies, and more. So this is how we're going to get started with web services, talking about the beginnings. Let's get into it.